magical, baby, 'cause it's the wrong way. Okay, first thing I want to say is in regards to the title of this video. Watch me take 30 minutes to make one transition. Now, I am fully aware of how long I take to make a single transition. And I have actually worked on this a little bit before I came live. But I'd like to say, I like to think of the time that it takes me like the way that a true artist understands their work. Instead of rushing and going fast, they're careful with their brushstrokes and understand what they're doing and how it will affect their piece of art. Now, to be fair, this is an edit and it's not even close to being the same, but it makes me feel better about how slow I go. I used to make edits in the span of like 30 minutes. Now, were they good? I can show you an example. But maybe being good isn't the point. Maybe it's about having fun. No, it's about being good. It's about being good. Let's see if I can find. I'll see if I even care to show you an example. This one's about Lucas, and I'm making a Lucas edit right now, so. Is there anything that I don't want you to see? No. Okay, I'll show you my thing. Oh, I forgot to set this up. So, fun fact, when I was doing this, I was going through this challenge. It was Dreamers not 100. 30-day challenge maybe. And it was just about like making Stranger Things edits. So this is one of the ones I did. This was day 5, as you can see. And I made this in November 2022. Alright. Yeah, that's ass. I can't even look at it. Like, if you want to know why it's ass, it's because it has no effects. All it is on beat. That's the only good thing about this edit. Everything else is pretty trash. There's like, it's not fully cropped, right? Like, I think. Yeah, certain scenes aren't even like cropped properly. Like, let me show you this one. Will it load? Will it load is the question. Like this ending one? Oh, that ending one is so bad. Yeah. But it did take me only like 30 minutes to make that. So, would you rather a lot of crappy edits? Which, I gotta say, a lot of the people that post like 3 edits a day, they're not crappy. They're not even close to crappy. But for me, would you rather a lot of crappy edits, or would you rather one good edit every 3 months or so? Well, I don't even say good. I'd say not as crappy. Maybe I should say that I'm live. I feel like I kind of did not make sense. No, oh, someone liked it. I know there's one of you lurking. I see it. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to say that when someone was here. I thought no one was on. Sorry. That's kind of creepy. Anyway. But now that you know I know you're there, which of course I know you're there, please feel free to comment if you so choose to. Anyway, I did, like I said before, I did work on this earlier. So you get to see that, which is fun.
Why'd you have to be so cute? Let's be party.
Okay.
Ignore you.
What else do you use a bowl for?
Why'd you have to be so cute?
I'm honestly kind of happy with that, which is awesome. And now we're going into the next, which is going to be this image right here, but zoomed in. Bye, Claire. Bye, Claire. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the artist that did this, but if you want to know the artist that made this image, it is... Let me go into the comp. It would be Trobed. It's right here, Trobed Enjoyer. And then the artist that made this one is Bujo Moss. Bujo Moss is really awesome. I know a lot. I have seen a lot of their artwork. Really cool. The way that they draw expressions is really awesome. So if you're into that or you're just into interesting stuff, they also have a bunch of really cool animations. My favorite one is they have this Will Byers one where he has powers, and it's really freaking awesome. I've probably watched it about 18 billion times. It's awesome. They also have up on their YouTube a video of them going over how they did it. It's really cool. I really recommend it. Again, that's this right here, Bujo Mouse. Anyway, that's me just trying to get away from actually doing any work, because now I have to add in the background. Yay. So this background is going to be like a collage of videos of cute little clips that I like of Lucas. And the first one that I thought of was one that I was actually going to put in for him speaking. If I can find where I put the episode. Episode 4. One second. I'm going to go turn off my fan. Sorry. I think I should get some music to play. I had to fill up my water bottle though. It took longer. Jeez, the lag on YouTube is really bad. Okay. So, honestly, I'm not even sure. I might just make this the intro clip. Yeah. Let's see if it fits. Because I really love this clip. was from. Unfortunately, I didn't know. I know. I looked up. Sorry. Where's the clip? Where does Michael get pushed? Oh. Oh, when I looked up get pushed, they meant get pushed, not get pushed. Crap. When I looked up get pushed, you'll see which one I was thinking, but Google was thinking this time. Alright, Google. By Troy in the Troy outside. Outside. No. Okay, what episode does Lucas say in season 1? No. What episode of Stranger Things 1 are the boys looking for rocks? I'm gonna guess that it's episode 2. I'm so sorry. I should really just look at the frick. It's 3. I was wrong. Revoke everything I've ever said about Stranger Things. I'm wrong. I'm forever wrong. This is terrible. Okay. What is that from? Oh my god, this is like my favorite. I love. Okay, there's a scene with Mike and Elle in season 1, episode 2. It's my favorite little scene when they're going around Mike's house and they're looking at all of Mike's stuff. I love their friendship. They're so cute. I mean, they're just so cute this season because they're so tiny. Look at her. Look at her being happy. Kind of. Here it is. Mike says it. Lucas says it after Mike gets pushed. So, probably around here. Well, I guess he's tripped. Maybe that's why it wasn't coming up.
Why'd you have to be so cute?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the monster killer. Dusty Party. Yeah, this is the monster killer. Dusty Party.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the monster killer. Dusty Party.
He's so cute. He's so
is the monster killer. Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Ba 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 da 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 da.
Monster killer. Yeah, this is the monster killer. This is the monster killer.
I'm gonna extend it so that we can see more of this composition settings. Let's extend it to 50. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, this is the monster killer. Killer.
Mike, shut up. Sorry.
Killer.
Yep. Delete that. There. That. This. That. That. There. This. Over here. This. Down. This. Over. Scroll out. Encompass everything. Scroll back in. Move it all over. Move this over here. Move this over here. Move this over here. Crap.
This is the
Why'd you
monster
have to
killer.
be so cute?
This is the
Why'd you
monster
have to
killer.
be so cute?
Dusty party.
Okay.
Ignore you.
I just realized I'm gonna have to redo all the keyframes. That's alright. That's oh cool. (2013). A lot of things happened in 2013. Community was still airing in 2013. Other stuff happened in 2013 that I'm not going to talk about right now.
This is the
Why'd you
monster
have to
killer.
be so cute?
This is the
Why'd you
monster
have to
killer.
be so
Okay.
This is the
Why'd you
monster
have to
killer.
be
Awesome. Okay. Now you get to see me fix my beats, which means I can talk a little bit. I'm gonna have this fade in now. But it's also going to be muffled. So it's gonna fade into here. And over here, we're gonna have it at negative between dB. And then we're gonna go over here to see how I did it with the other audio. It was -3. Okay. Control Shift D. Here we're gonna have it. Oh, that's the wrong place to do Control Shift D. It would be right when this clip ends, which is right here. Shift D over here. -3 S here. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Realize it's the wrong way. Put it on this side. Shove it down. Get annoyed at email. Save that. Get out of here. Zoom out. Get the muffled effect that you got on here and put it onto here. Find the this. Get this out. Realize how many it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This. Now we're gonna take this Control CV, move this all the way down, mute this one, go here to the audio levels on here, turn it all the way up, and hopefully we now have a nice audio effect. Let's see.
Yeah, this is the monster killer. Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Realize that the fade in actually does not sound good, and you're going to delete that. But keep this so it stays at 3.
Yeah, this is the monster killer. Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm just going to shut up. Where is my pre-com? Is this it? Okay. Well, you will get moved down. Actually, all the way up. You get promoted. You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. Sorry. You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite. I love that meme. Employees. So because I changed up the way that how long the audio is going to be, at least in the front, it wouldn't matter if I did this in the back, but because I did it in the front, I now have to change up where these markers go. And I mean, people use these markers for different things. I know if you know who Lauren is, she doesn't really use them. That sounds weird that I know that, but I've watched a lot of her tutorials. I was obsessed with them in 8th grade, and that's literally all I did. But I like using them. So I do, because I'm allowed to do what I want with my edit. the broad strokes in, and now I just gotta do the annoying part. Let's think of a conversation topic to do while doing this. I actually made. Oops. Yeah, more things are gonna fall if I pick that up, so I'll just get it later. What does this doc say to talk about? What am I watching right now? The reason that I can't come on until 10, at least 10 EST, is because I'm watching a show with my mother, and we are watching Better Call Saul together. I'm very much enjoying it. It, like Breaking Bad, which we have watched, is very great cinema. But I guess I didn't give me enough to talk about. So. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, well, I have OCs I can talk about. I love them. They're awesome. And also why I haven't been editing so much. Also, I got off yesterday. Literally just so I can think about them. I took like a 45-minute walk today and just pretended to talk like them the entire time. Probably looked a little insane. But, who cares? Who actually cares? No one saw me. Because it was like really dark out and stuff. I do that a lot. I think going around and talking to yourself is really awesome and cool, and not just because I've been doing it since I was like forever, like my entire life. So you should really try it. It's really great and awesome. My favorite thing to do is to walk around and like babble to yourself, like a baby, I guess, in a way. Oh God, I'm so glad no one that knows me in real life can see this. Well, I guess some could. Anyway, I'm glad my friends can't see this because, they would make fun of me. But you know what? They're lost. They don't understand how fun it is. It really is a lot of fun. Sorry, to do that. And it kind of gets rid of pent up energy. So, if you're ever really mad, just like fake curse to yourself. It's really useful. What am I talking about? I mean, I guess I could talk about what I do all day, which is not edit, as you can tell. What I do all day is I sit around and I think about my OCs and I think about drawing them. Because that sounds like fun, but I actually don't, because I hate all my drawings. So instead of trying to improve, I just get paralyzed with fear that I'm just gonna make something really, really bad and trashy and terrible. If you want to see some of my trashy, terrible art, you can go to my own other YouTube channel, called cool.cool.cruel. What else? Anyway, I love my OCs. It's a story about, they're kind of time travelers in a way. But that's not what the story is about. The story is about a bunch of people who are basically lost in their life, and they're not doing anything of importance, and everything that they do hurts other people. And it's supposed to be like a story about people finding their people and getting unlost and improving themselves because they have friends. Power of friendship, I guess, is the story. I have this homemade sticker that I made on my desk, and it's of an angel wing. And it's because some of the characters are dead and they haunt them. One of the character dynamics is a lot like the Shauna and wait, what's her name? Oh my god, Jackie dynamic in a way, except a lot less toxic because she's not a because the living one is not a literal abuser. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of inspiration from other things. There's a lot of gay people because I can. And you know, if I'm gonna keep talking about them. Okay, so I'm gonna keep talking about them because if no one's stopping me, that's all I want to talk about. There, I have a lot of OCs because there I didn't want to open Netflix. But there's 3 main characters in the story, and then there's other characters who also go on the adventure, and I haven't fully figured out the plot yet. But I know vaguely that who these OCs, what their names are, except for one of them who I call unnamed because I love him. Because not because I love him, because I can't figure out a name for him yet, and his lore takes a lot more research and effort into it that I haven't put in yet. I also have other unnamed characters, but the characters I do have named are Joseph and Rose. And then I also have another named character called Jasmine, who is Rose's angel-esque. It's the Shauna Jackie type of Oh, I didn't even realize that Jackie and Jasmine both start with J. That was not on purpose. But it's cool. It's cool. Old woman Yuri. She's not even old. She's like 60. Come talk to me. Uh-huh. Sorry.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Be so cute.
And yeah, Rose is kind of like paralyzed in her life. Not literally, but mentally. She grew up in a very religious household and has a lot of religious trauma and guilt, especially with the fact that she is a lesbian, a raging homosexual. And, she doesn't know how to deal with that. So her arc is really about coming to terms with herself, and maybe there's a little love interest on her way that helps her realize maybe she should get over the relationship that she had like 40, 50 years ago. That's fun. There's also Joseph, who has a lot of mommy issues, and like some self-esteem esteem issues, and guilt, and he and Unnamed also form a bond that may or may not turn into more. Joseph also does live with Rose for like 9 months, for a solid amount of time before Unnamed comes into the picture.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
And Joseph was a knight in training. His story is yeah, he was a knight in training, not really well liked by most people. And that continues even when he comes to the modern world, which is 2009. It's not that modern. Well, actually, he comes in 2008. The adventure takes place in 2009. But the 9 months that he does spend with Rose pre-adventure, he is very much into being online and early internet stuff, like I think it's called MSN Messenger. Not really MySpace, because what I know, which is not that much, is that MySpace was more like talking to your friends, and Joe doesn't have those. But he does, he's on the early internet, and he gets into some alternative cultures. Right now I'm thinking scene, but that's subject to change depending on how I think about going with him. But then I also infused him with a love for Batman and Spider-Man, like me, because I can. And that means that I, through him, am able to ramble about Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Do I know a lot about him? No, but I love him. I love him. Favorite Spider-Man movies are obviously the Into the Spider-Verse movies. Favorite Spider-Man... That's hard. Troy Barnes, maybe. I also love Batman. Do you know what's awesome about Spider-Man and Batman? That's literally Trobed. It's literally Trobed. The moment I realized that, I got so happy. I got so happy. 'Cause they're Spider-Man and Batman, and I love that. They're Spider-Man and Batman. I want to take them, and I want to squeeze them in my hand. I love them so much. Okay, I need to calm down.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
I gotta add text onto that, but for now, it's not going to be like that. What was I got? Oh, right. I was gonna talk about what I do when I'm home alone. Or not home alone. Home. Since I don't know, maybe you want to know what I do. It's not interesting. I sit at home and I watch YouTube all day. Pretty much every day. It's not healthy. No, it's not healthy. But I feel like you're judging me. And I don't appreciate that. Okay. I don't like getting judged. What was I watching yesterday? Yesterday I literally got off just so I could watch Ben and Louise's podcast. So
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
So if that doesn't tell you something about me, I have been really loving this style of like having like an edit inside of like a 3x4 or 4x3 rectangle, and then having stuff on the side. It's so fun. I did it last time. Awesome. It's really awesome. And it means I get to implement my secret weapon. My awesome secret weapon of a biflag. Cause I can. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
So cute. Let's party.
Okay,
Ignore you.
what else do you use a bowl for?
So much. It's bad enough we get.
I think I need to add a solid white layer.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
So cute. Let's party.
Okay,
Ignore you.
what else do you use a bowl for?
So much.
I'm gonna actually. So, with each Stranger Things character, I've assigned them a color of the rainbow because I'm allowed to. So obviously, Mike is blue and Will is yellow, for obvious reasons. And green is Dustin. Purple is Elle because obvious reasons. By obvious reasons, I just mean that's how the fandom says it. And then Max is orange. People say red because of her hair. She's orange. Yeah, and Lucas is red. So, I'm gonna make this red themed, but also like maybe a little pink because Erica is pink, by the way. I haven't really thought about it for the older characters, but I think they'd be like not basic rainbow colors. Like they'll not be primary or secondary, they might be tertiary. I think Jonathan is definitely brown. Yeah. Or like mustard. And I don't know how to explain it, but if you get it, then I guess you get it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make this like a reddish color. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay. Sorry for color birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Does that still fit? I need to shift it down a little bit. Does that fit? Yes. Wait, what happened to my effects? But what did I do? What? Okay. I guess it's working now. Anyway, right, we're gonna do red with a little hint of pinky, and
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Okay.
right, I made this pink. Maybe I should change the color of this, or should I change the color of this? Mm. Yeah, that's cute, that's cute, that's cute. Aw. Aw, but it has been almost 50 minutes. So what I think is gonna happen is I'm going to let this play out, and then I'll say bye, because I don't like talking for a long time, because my mouth gets dry. Okay.
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Okay. What else do you use a bowl for?
Yeah, this is the monster killer.
Okay. What else do you use a bowl for?